Hey kids, tonight's YouTube adventure is the night I became homeless. The day I became homeless. So it was my 31st birthday, and I got evicted. It slowly worked its way up from my addiction, right? So it was at that point where I was using daily, and it worked its way up to starting to have bring around the wrong people in my house, right? And in my place. And slowly but surely, I found it harder and harder to pay rent. And my landlord, after a while, just said, dude, I can't do this anymore, and kicked me out. And I said, fuck you, I'm not going anywhere. And bailiffs came, and I lost everything. I had a friend, actually, the only person that wanted to help me at that time, I failed on. I said, meet me here tomorrow. And he had a truck and everything. I could have saved some of my stuff, but I didn't because I was high, really high, and I did not care at the time. All I wanted was dope. That's called dope simple, by the way, where you do anything to get dope, nothing else matters, and you're just stupid about it. So I lost everything. Everything. I lost my place. I lost things that I made, things from my grandmother that I can't replace, original artwork that is worth thousands of dollars, all gone, lost to the wind. Chances are it got destroyed because nobody would know it's real art. I actually bought the damn thing at a gallery. It was a Christian Moore, so it would be worth about $5,000 today. It was an uncataloged piece. It was absolutely spectacular. It was a family of rabbits, and I lost it all. I just couldn't bring myself to going there. It was basically I was sort of denying the fact that it was happening, so I kept on getting high and high and high. And my cat at this point in time, sadly, I had two cats. One was Ziggy Ringworm, and the other one was Miss Tunafish. Miss Tunafish was had a figmented marriage to MC Tunafish, one of my favorite hip hop MCs from Jurassic 5. Does some great work with the Roots Manuva as well. Good shit, fucking witness the fitness, y'all. And it was pretty intense. And the Ziggy Ringworm, I believe, was actually still have a lot of guilt to this attached to this. I believe Ziggy Ringworm was poisoned because he was under my sink in my bathroom, just curled up under there, and I was too high to really notice. And by the time I brought him to the vet's like, I can't do anything for him anymore, man. I'm really sorry. So I asked for help. No one would help me. So I had to lie to the. I had to bring him there, get him put down, and I remember putting my face next to him. And as soon as the injection went in and started, I could just see the relief on his face, like, "Oh, thank you, Daddy." And I bawled. I still cry because he was my sweet stupid idiot. I fucking loved him. He's just dumb as a fucking doorknob, but he was sweet. And I had to put him down, and I couldn't pay for the procedure, and I couldn't even pay for his body to be disposed of. So it was undignified, but at least he didn't have to suffer, right? And my other cat, Tuna, made her rounds around all the downtown east side SROs, single resident occupancy rooms, and she ruled for quite a few years. And I had a lot of guilt attached to that, which I will go into in another video. That one really fucked me up for years. The guilt, the breaking the unwritten contract of taking care of your animals. And so I was out on the streets, totally had nothing. And I remember being up on one of the roads in the bus shelters, just like nodding off, just nodding off over and over again. And this guy came up to me, this big fucking boisterous guy. Hey buddy, what's going on? How you doing? Ugliest motherfucker you will see in your goddamn life. I kid you not. Just wow. His heart, though, his heart was the most beautiful thing in the world. He passed on about a year ago, and I bawled my eyes out because I tried keeping an eye out for him as much as I could because I work down here now, and I tried keeping an eye out for him. I'll never forget him as long as I can. And I remember him taking care of me. He brought me a blanket, brought me some dope, just chilled out with me, and I ended up falling asleep on him. And he just sat with me the entire night. It was I appreciated it. I was like, that's when I knew I think I was going to be okay. I had some optimism that things would turn around, things would go well, and I never really did, but I survived. And I remember him bringing me stuff, and he goes, hey, the next morning, he goes, hey, man, do you want to get some coffee and get some dope? I'm like, okay. So I followed him, and I thought we were getting coffee. Well, drinkable coffee. No, we were breaking into a coffee shop to steal a bunch of fucking beans and going upstairs in their storage. And I was like, oh my fucking God, this is the first time I did a B&E. Pretty much the last one. And it was something else. It was funny, and we ended up trading it for dope, and so I got high and all that sort of lovely stuff. But this guy saved my ass. He saved my ass, and that's how I started off my homeless adventure. And for years, we kept an eye on each other. I saw him in the shelters. He'd see me on the streets. We'd just be around. He was the sweetest guy. He touched a lot of people's hearts, and I will always miss him, and I will always remember him as the first person who showed me kindness when I was on the streets. So that is how I became homeless, and I just didn't care. I just wanted to get high, and dope was everything. Dope was my home. Crystal meth was my fucking home. And I look back on it going, I could have prevented so much. I could have, my life could have changed if I just would have shown up with my fucking buddy. My buddy got arrested the next day because he was freaking out, going, this is Derek's stuff. Let's get it out. Let's get it out. I'm here to help him move. He got arrested. The landlord called him, and I saw him months and months later. Goes like, dude, where the fuck were you? You know, I got arrested. I got thrown into fucking jail because they trespassing and all this other shit. And it was, I felt so bad for the guy. He really wanted to help me, and I don't even remember his name. I couldn't even remember what he looked like, to be honest with you. And I, anyways, woulda, shoulda, coulda. It was an awful situation. It was an awful situation. I didn't like it, but well, I don't like it now, but I didn't care back at the time. Dope made me not care, and that's pretty much how I became homeless. Anyways, love y'all. Stay safe. Have a good night.